today today today's what is the topic? Business. And what is a business? The business gives us the service or the quality things or fulfill our requirements. Okay, so when we talk about business, then we think about this service or quality or to fulfill our requirements. And by doing this the business is given a high amount of money. And this is the part where the people think that to make money they have to proceed with business, and they are right. Typically they are right, because business makes a lot of money, but it also needs a lot of patience, and also confidence, and also the knowledge, the micro knowledge of microfinance part. Okay, so this is part. Okay, people are confident, people are knowledgeable as well, people are patient also, but sometimes the business fails. Sometimes the business fails. And why this occurs? This occurs due to the bad management and and bad tracking of niche. Okay, niche, or we can say the real world problems. Okay, so this is the part where things are going wrong. That's why the business is going in the loss. What is that? The bad management means their founders, means the founder is obviously you. Okay, so the fault will be in the CEO or the employees or the manager. Okay, so here the things get critical when you are making the hierarchy, and that hierarchy is not working actually properly. Okay, means you are not getting the money that you need to get. Okay, means you should get that amount of money as the customers are coming and getting your services, but you aren't getting that because of the bad employees, bad management, or sometimes there will be good employees, good manager, but there will be a loss or in the bad management. Okay, so this is the part where the business get trickier. That is the management part. So what we need to provide or to tackle with in the management part is, in the management we have to keep a good track. Okay, good track. So when you will keep a good track on everything, okay, every transaction of money, okay, and understand the real flow of money. Okay, real flow of money. And when I talk about the real flow of money, don't understand that money is only coming to your pocket and you are not seeing the hardships of what the manager or employees. Okay, so in the business, while running the business, be kind with the manager, be kind with the employees, because at last you are not providing the service, you are not doing everything real time, you are just the idea person, but you are keeping manager, but you are keeping the employees who are giving the real services to real public. Okay, so this is the part where the business gets into. Okay, so these are the management part which I am talking about. But let move on the bad tracking of niche or the real time problems. Okay, so basically what happened here. Okay, so when to start a business. Okay, when to start a business, the first thing you have the knowledge. Okay, you have knowledge, I know you have knowledge, you have patience, I know you have confidence also, I know KPC. Okay, the knowledge, patience, confidence you have, but the thing you lack is to find out the real problems, real world problems. Okay, so here the things are being more tricky and complex. Okay, so what occurs here, like when we are talking about the education part. Okay, when we are talking about the education part, and you are thinking to make a business which is dedicated to education, means let's say PW or Akas. Okay, PW, Akas Institution, or Next Toppers. Okay, so these are the platforms, okay, which are giving the education, and Vedantu and Byju's, etc, etc. Okay, so when I talk about a business, and mostly dedicated to education part, then you need to consider that there are many businesses related to education. There are PW, Akash, and Nextopper, and Vedantu, and Byju's as well. So they are making more of profits. Okay, and you, the small company, are thinking, means you initially at the small time, you are thinking to make something great, but here you lack. Okay, here you make loss. Why you make loss? Because you are using those facts, those tricks in the education part which these big companies are already doing. And when they are already doing at a low price, because obviously they will do at a low price because they have more and more people to join in, but you have less people, so you have to increase the price. And in the increase in the price, you are giving the same faculty, means not the same faculty, the same tricks and facts from these big companies. So what new you are doing, what else new you are doing? Okay, you are not doing anything innovative and real world problem tackling things. Okay, you are not doing that. Okay, you are just copying the big companies, but this part you are making the wrong thing. Okay, let me tell you how to handle this. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so when I talk about the niche, okay, so you have decided your niche, the education part, and you are really dedicated to education part. Okay, so you have the next goal. Let's say you have the choice, the education part. Okay, the education part, you have choose the education part. So you have to see what else new, what else new I can add to education platforms, to education factor, let's say. Okay, so these questions should come to your mind and you should find the solution for it. Means what else you can do, means like education, like PW, let's say PW or Akash. Okay, they have offline and online coachings, they use, the teachers are more interactive and very funny to students, they are close to student, they can link to the things by emotions. Okay, so PW is actually linked by the students by emotions, means students feel that PW is best for them to crack the NEET or JEE or difficult competitive exams. Okay, so they can feel it. Okay, why they can feel? The faculties are like that, the faculties are very funny, they are very close to students. Okay, so according to my research, this is about the PW. Okay, so these are the things. What else you can do? That animation, you can start animation on education. Means what is this? Animation on education means doing the animation like Naruto or Gozo, like those types of animation, and understanding the education part. Let's say a chemistry chapter is given, atoms. Okay, so you are doing animation on the atoms chapter. Okay, means in that animation, the anime character are actually explaining the atoms like these, the students will get more interactive and more funny to read. Okay, so these are the things you should tackle with, okay, to start a real time business. Okay, here this was an example. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, this was the an understanding part which I want you to be understood. Okay, if let's say take a white color. Okay, let's move to the next part. Okay, now you understand the bad management and the bad tracking of NIS, and the next part is the micro facts about business. What are the micro facts about business? So let me tell about it. Micro facts like psychology, the human psychology. Human psychology. Okay. Human psychology and the economic trade flow. Economic trade flow. Okay. So this is the two things that you need to focus on. And when I talk about the human psychology, what is it? Means for the business, for the means you have decided the niche, you have improved this management part, and you have also improved the niche part. But then also some businesses falls, or hence the people only think about the business but cannot start. Okay, so this occurs. Why? Because they should also have the knowledge on these two parts. And what are those two facts? That is the human psychology and economic trade flow. Okay, so when I talk about the human psychology, what is it? It is that how the people, how the people absorbs your business idea, good or bad, good or bad. Okay, so this is the part that when you are making a business, let's say you have make a food brand or a textile company. Okay, the real problem here occurs that the people, means the customers which are having the services from these brands, will need to absorb your business, your service idea in a good way, in order that you can make a profit. But here sometimes people misread the policies given by your company, or misread or misunderstand this company as a bad company. So here the part, the what the company make loss. So in your business you have to make things more practical and more interactive to the people, and more honest and more faithful. Means your business should be more transparent with people, with no corruption or those like things. Okay, make it more legal. Okay, and make it more connected to people. Okay, so by doing this you can manipulate in an indirect way the human psychology, and like this the people will only take your service on that part. Okay, it can be a clothing part, it can be a food brand, or it can be a education pact as well, or it can be a hospital, it can be the biotech research center. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, let's move to the next part, that is the economic trade flow. Okay, so when I talk about it, the economic trade flow, what do you understand about it? The economic trade flow means business money. Okay, the money which you are getting, how you utilize this money, the initial money to to large your empire. So large your empire. Okay, so when I talk about the empire, don't think that it is a practical empire. Okay, just think that it is your business, like it is a initial part business, and if the money is generating, that is M, and when that M money is utilized in a better way or in a best way, then this company can become this, and this is making the M1 money. And if this M1 money is making and utilized in a better way, then the company can be like this. So the size is increasing, so the empire is increasing. So like this we can conclude that M1 is greater than the M, and M2 is greater than the M1. Okay, it only happens when you utilize your money in a best way. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, so this is the part where the people fail. Okay, means what happens here, the M2 is greater than the M1 and M. Okay, So this only happens when you utilize your money in a best way. So how can you do that? Means like giving the social helping. Okay, your company should also focus on the social helping, the public welfare, as it is not I know it is not a government means as you are starting, so it is not a government based company, but you should need to see the public welfare, how, means where the people needs, what the people needs. And this is the thing where the demand and supply factor come. Okay, DNS. Okay, DNS, demand and supply. Okay, in order to study the demand and supply, I will make a other video for it, where the I will teach about the demand and supply in economic part. Okay, so there it will be the concepts will be getting more clearer. Okay, for now only focus on this, the trade flow and what I am else teaching. So this is the thing, the social helping, the public welfare. Okay, so these are the things. So the economic trade flow. Okay, let me clear it out. Oh. Then the must and the most important topic, that is the presentation. How you present your company, that will influence the human psychology. That will influence your economic trade flow. That will influence or motivate you. Okay, so here I added another thing, one more thing, that is the representation. So representation, when I talk about the representation, how you are representing your business, it matters, it really matters, because when you represent your business, means you have created your niche, you have micromanaged everything, the financial part, the economic part, the business need, you have micromanaged everything and you have the knowledge to grow it. But if you don't have the knowledge of presentation, then your business can make a loss, definitely it can make a loss, because this is the part where you introduce your business. Okay, so when you introduce your business in a better way, in a way that people can understand that you are really tackling with a real world problem. So this is the part, if you will represent your company in a better way. Okay, where you are telling that this is happening, okay, in our country, or in our world, this is blah 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 is occurring, and this is a big issue, so we can tackle it with our services, we can tackle it by our services and our things. Okay, by introducing our business like this, you will introduce your business to the public part. Okay, so here the representation part actually influences the human psychology of the publics, which I have told about it, the human psychology earlier. And this also I told, the economic trade flow or the trade way. And then the influence or motivate you. Okay, the presentation will actually influence or motivate you. And what does it mean? Let me explain you. Influence or motivate you means, if you will introduce a business in a better way, or in a vast way, or in a means what, the real world tackling way, then you will yourself feel motivate and contribute and put your mind more into the business. If you will stay motivated, then your business will obviously grow, because when the founder is motivated, the employees and the CEOs and the managers will obviously be motivated, because you are the founder, means you are the idea person, you have the thing that what you should need to provide the company, or what should you need to provide the public, to to be paid for it. Okay, so these are the things you should tackle with it. The representation, the presentation part, which I was telling. Uh, Wait a second, sorry. So these were the things. Okay, so let me clear it out. Uh, mhm. Wait a second. Yes. So now you studied the business. Wait. Let me take out the white color part. Wait a second. Yes. The okay. So when we talk about business, we have choosed our what? Choosed our niche. Improved our management. Tackling tackling the real time problem. Performing performing great presentation. Okay, so these are the things which we have done, and the last thing we have to proceed with it, that the business should need a customer care part. The customer care part. And why it is essential? Because when we talk about the customer care part, where the customer is getting means irritated by some issues in your company or in your part, okay, in your business, so they can actually consult your customer care part, and they can call and consult with it, and the business and your business should consider the problem of that particular customer and try to improve it. Okay, so here the part you should need. Okay, here you have profit, you have done a profit in your business, here you have done the profit in your business, and then after making the profit, what else you need to do? Follow the trend. Okay, follow the trend means you should follow what is going in your society, what is going in the public, and what the public needs. Okay, the demand and supply part I have told earlier. Okay. So these are the things. So follow the trend. And the next part is learn and grow. What is the learn and grow? It is not not talking about a child to learn and grow. No, it is actually the business should after making profit or before making profit, they should understand this part, learn and grow. So learn and grow means they have to learn what is going in the society and what else they need to do to tackle those real time problem, and by doing that they should need to put those ideas that they have generated into the activities or actions that will really proceed you to become a successful business person. Okay, hope this video made you more motivated and knowledgeable part upon your side. So bye guys for now. Okay, so bye guys, bye. So these were the things, okay, about the business which you should need to do. Okay, real world real time problem solving, this should be your first approach to the business, and then the management part. Okay, so for now this much. Bye.